Okay, so I'm going to talk about the second movie in all the Hunts BRs. I can't believe I actually watched because I have so many movies I just don't watch. But I watched Leptirica. I think that's how you say it. Doesn't it look interesting? So it's a Yugoslavian film from 1973. And yeah, I didn't think it was gonna be as good as Eyes of Fire, but it was interesting. I mean, I've never seen a Yugoslavian movie, and it was very simple. I'm assuming I don't know what century it could have been, like I guess maybe like 1700s. It could have been the 1940s, as far as I know what Yugoslavia is like, because it's like country people. Anyway, there's like a flour mill. I guess you have to live there to make the flour. And the guy gets killed by a creature, a human-like creature with cool-looking teeth, and they have like a hood. It looked pretty cool. So they have to replace the guy who works at the mill, and they replace it with I can't remember his name, with this young guy who's in love with this guy's daughter, and he wants to marry her, but her father, it's weird that at one point they're like, it's not even her father, it's her uncle, and then someone's like, is it even her uncle? I heard it's not even her uncle. So that was just a weird, because I thought it was I think her name was like Radoika, or Radoika. It's this pretty Yugoslavian girl, and like, I guess her uncle takes care of her, and her boyfriend, I can't remember his name. If I could hear it, I could say it, but I can't remember it. And yeah, her uncle doesn't want her to marry him because he's poor. So he feels like he has nothing left in this town. He's gonna leave, but then I'll just work at the mill. We need somebody, and they tell him even that there's a vampire that comes and kills whoever lives there, but please just work there anyway. And I thought it was interesting that, I don't know if it was the subtitles, the translation, but sometimes they call it a werewolf, sometimes they call it a vampire. I was just getting the feeling that they're the same thing, pretty much, maybe in folklore history. Vampire, werewolf, they got teeth, they're monstrous, and they kill people. So if you want to split hairs on the difference between vampires and werewolves. Anyway, so that's pretty much it. You hear like a weird, I know I've heard this, I don't know what it is, I assumed it was a bird. And you hear that when people, like, there's a part where the girl is just walking in the woods, and that was a really cool part. It's just like she's looking at herself. Oh, no, it's a different part, but she's just hanging out in the woods, she's laying down looking at the clouds, and you hear this this animal sound, and I think that's supposed to be the vampire werewolf. And then yeah, it's more about her and the young guy, and how he wants to be with her, and her uncle's not letting him, than the vampire werewolf. But that does come back at the end, and I don't know where you could see Leptirica besides this box set. I don't know if it's on YouTube, I didn't check, but it was definitely interesting. Like I said, it's not as good as Eyes of Fire. Eyes of Fire is really good. I'll give it, just for being so, I've never seen anything like Leptirica before. So for being different, I'm just going to give it a 3 out of 5. There's a little bloodletting, there's no gore. And also, like, it's a Yugoslavian film made by Yugoslavian filmmakers, and they just portray the Yugoslavian people, men at least, just like idiotic drunken louts. They're just always full, like, and they're old too. They're got to be in, like, most of these guys are in their 50s or 60s, it seems, except for the young main character guy. He's in his 20s, I think. But they're just always getting drunk. Even the preacher, he's just a drunken maniac. Well, no, he's not a maniac or nothing, but he just likes to get drunk a lot. So does everybody. What are you gonna do, like, in the country in like 1675? I don't know. But yeah, I'm glad I saw it. I'm gonna watch the third film, Witch Hammer, and after that is Vi. I have Vi already, and Vi, I said in the Eyes of Fire review that would probably be the best movie, but I forgot that Vi is on here, and Vi is awesome too. Vi is just as good as Eyes of Fire, I think, just totally different. So I'm gonna check out this Witch Hammer, and I'll do a review of that. And again, I don't think. Let's see. I'm gonna say Witch Hammer is a little better than Leptirica, but not as good as Eyes of Fire. I hope I'm wrong. I hope it's awesome. And I started the book a little bit, so I'll get more into that later.